Good morning. Interesting things happening. The Federal Reserve Chair, Jerome Powell, is on the hot seat. There are increased calls for his resignation, trying to find anything they can on him now. Instead of talking about, he caused inflation and all this during COVID, they're honing in on the renovation of the Fed building itself. Uh, don't know what's going to happen there, but you're going to hear chatter about that. Big news today, Tuesday, is the consumer price index comes out just after your meeting here. It's the first CPI report in the age of tariffs. That's going to have a last month's reading of inflation. Are the tariffs affecting it? Is inflation going up? The conventional wisdom says yes, a little bit at first. The Federal Reserve meets at the end of July at their meeting, depending on how they read things and if they cave to pressure or if they honestly think that rates are too high, which they well may be right now. Just remember the bottom line here. A quarter point improvement in a mortgage rate is about $80 a month on a $500,000 loan amount. So we're still going to be creeping forward into a better place. It's not going to be some seismic shift that suddenly everybody wants to buy. In fact, it might get people to do that thing where they want to wait until rates get better, which is not the best idea. I have very specific cost of waiting analyses that I can do that include things like appreciation, lost appreciation if you're renting and waiting and things like that. So we can talk about that. Let's look at rates. A little bit better, but there's a little bit of discount here in my discount column because we're in between. Like, for instance, the 6.625 on the 30-year fixed right now is costing about 0.25% in discount fee. That's 0.0025% of the loan amount, not very much at all. But the thing is, at 6.75, we're kind of over the line, and I would probably give a little bit of a lender credit there because of the revenue line. It's kind of in between it. That's happening across the board here. Almost FHA's at 6.125, costing just a tiny bit of discount to get there. And the discount amount is relative to the credit FICO and the down payment amount. 30-year VA, about 6.375 with no discount. You can buy all these down, of course. Remember, the VA up to a $1.5 million loan amount on the VA. No money down, no mortgage insurance. USDA is still hovering around 6.375. And at the bottom, this week's featured loan program. This was an investment property. It's a single family residence, and we're using bank statements instead of W 2s, pay stubs, or income tax returns. We're going in at 7.25%. Not bad for an investment property. That costs a little bit of discount, about 0.25% in discount there, 25% down. Investment property buyers have a lot less ego about what's my rate because all they want is cash flow, break even, make a little money, and just kind of, fight through it until rates are better and they can improve the rate, of course. But we have the bank statements here. We have the no income one, DSCR, which is really a favorite. I'm doing a lot of those for builders right now, where we look at the rents coming in versus the payment on the loan you're going to get from us. And hopefully, we want that rents to be $1 more than that. They could actually be less. You can walk into a negative cash flow situation, and that's a 25% down deal and still get a pretty good rate on these. So 18% of your portfolio should be investment properties as an agent. Look at this. I got a 40-year fixed purchase loan here. It's a 20% down payment. Income stacking is okay. That means if you have a pay stub job, typical W-2 job, but you're not quite making it, but you have a $400,000 401k or whatever, we can divide that by a certain amount and add that to your income as if it is income without tapping it, without taking a distribution, without incurring any fees. You can do that on this thing. Point three here, the rate on this would be 7.250. I'm looking at a $560,000 loan amount, $3,383. That's interest only for the first 10 years. Comparatively, a 30-year fixed, fully amortized principal and interest loan, same loan amount, 6.625% is coming in about a couple $100 higher, 35.85. I haven't done one of these yet, but if we run into a situation where maybe a couple is moving, got one right now, couple is moving from here to Idaho. Husband is keeping his job working remotely. Wife is not going to have a job. They're kind of in a hitch right now. The income stacking piece worked. Debt ratio is still a little bit high. We're going to put them in this 40-year fixed until the wife lands a job. And then we'll put them in something better. Hopefully, at that time, the market will have improved as well. But it's facilitating the purchase. So that's what we want to do, is just keep facilitating purchases, get people off the fence, and we'll see what the CPI report says today. Thank you so much and have a good day.